Hello everyone, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the G.I. Joe retro figure Beachhead by Hasbro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at him in packaging. Then I'm going to take a look at the figure and its accessories. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts on them. And just remember, if you do like this video, go ahead and check out my G.I. Joe playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. So here he is in packaging. I really do love the retro cards that they use for this retro line. It definitely brings you back to when you were a kid. So you have the classic figure with the explosion behind them. You have your choking hazards up here, age restrictions, G.I. Joe, his name, the Hasbro logo. You got this nice open window so you can see the figure, all his accessories. Around to the back. You have the G.I. Joe logo, his file card, everybody that's part of this wave, and then you have all your legal underneath. So, all that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. So here he is in packaging. Overall, I love the look to this figure. He definitely captures the look of the original Beachhead figure from the 80s. So we're going to start off with the rotation. First you have this side here, that side there, back around here, and back around to the front. Now let's get up close and personal and take a look at some of these details a little bit closer. So the head sculpt definitely captures the look from the original figure. I like the whole ski mask look. Even with the clips here in the front, looks really good. He has his military signet here. I forgot exactly what that is, but somebody on one of the other sites did say that's an actual military symbol here. I'm not 100% sure what it is. All right. So if you look here, he has his beret wrapped up nicely on his shoulder here. Now, just for those of you who don't know, his classified figure actually comes with the beret that you can put on his head. So if you decide that you want this one to have that on there, you could probably get the one off of the classified one, and then you could add that to him. But the original figure didn't come with it, so this figure didn't as well. So you got your brown and green camo pants. And that's pretty much most of the real details to this figure. So now we're going to get into his points of articulation. So first off, the head does move. Got a shoulder joint with a swivel. Got an elbow joint. And you also have a wrist joint. Get those arms up. You do have a joint underneath the ribs. It's a little bit restricted because of his flak vest here, but you do get that movement. And you have joint here at the hips. Spin them around this way. You got your thigh joint with a swivel. Right, you got your knee joint. Now this is really tight. You can get it to bend. You may want to put just a little bit of heat on that just to, soften it up a little bit. Got a swivel here at the top of the boot. And then last but not least, you have your ankle joint. So everything moves relatively easily. The only parts I'm having any issues with is the knees. So if you want to hit them up with a little bit of heat, that might be a good idea. But other than that, everything else seems to work pretty well with it. So now let's take a look at his accessories. So first off, he comes with his backpack. All right, with all the neat stuff in there that is similar to what the original figure had, so I do like that. All right, he has his iconic gun. Once again, it's that green, very much similar to the original figure. The clip does pop out and pop back in. All right. He has his crossbow. Though it doesn't come with any bolts for this, which I find kind of odd, because usually like figures that come with a crossbow, they'll either have it molded in or it comes with separate bolts, but he does not. He has a pistol. All right, with a muzzle suppressor that does come off. So you could either have it like this or like that. He comes with two, what I believe are flash grenades. Don't quote me on that. So you have this one here. Yeah, this one as well. He has his pack here. I'm not exactly sure what these are supposed to be, whether they're some sort of explosives, water supply, or whatever. But this was something that came with the original figure. He has it as well. Comes with two knives. So he has this one here. And then he also has this one. Oops. And the last thing he comes with, the same thing that all the retro figures come with, is he does come with a stand. He fits very well onto the stand, actually. 1, 2. Actually, the star will go in the front. Just like that. Alright, so let's see how well all this stuff works with them. First off, we're going to start off with the backpack. Actually, you know what? Let's put this on first. So get that under the arm. Fits just like that, without any issues. Alright, and then the backpack, you got a hole right here for it. Pop right on in there, just like that. No issues with the pack. Alright. So now, let's go through these weapons. Let's do the pistol first. Alright. Work it on down this hand. Now, the pistol's kind of giving me a little bit of trouble. Just working it on down there. Usually their fingers are pretty soft. For some reason, his seems just a little bit tighter than normal. Let me see if I can open up this hand a little bit. Alright, there it goes. Alright. So now, it is in his hands. Took a little bit of working to it, but I did get it in. Now, we're going to use the boot dagger here. And yeah, these fingers need to be opened up just a little bit. Alright, there it goes. Alright, so that round. Alright, so that fits in there as well. No issues with any of that. Now this dagger here goes right here in his boot. Just like that. No issues with that. The pistol comes out of this hand. And you got your pistol holster with the suppressor. Goes here. Just like that. Oops. Shoot, drop that. Alright, so all that fits on there very well. No issues with that. Now next, let's do the crossbow. In this hand. Alright, once I opened up those fingers, it seems like everything fits in pretty well. And then now let's get this rifle into this hand. Alright, so that works just as good. So both guns work well. Now there isn't any spots for any of these on him. All right. So now we're going to do the knife. Once I opened up those fingers a little bit, everything seems to fit a little bit better. So the knife does work into his hands. All right. Backpack just came off. And that knife sits right here. All right. Move this pack out of the way. All right, so that fits nicely there. No issues. Next is these flash grenades. I'm going to just put one of them in his hand. All right. Dude, these things are a little bit of a bugger here. All right, there we go. Gotta move that out of the way. Oops. All right, so if you want him to hold these, you can. It does get into his hands. I don't know where they want you to put these on him, if at all. I mean, if you want, you could have them along the strap of this here. There's nowhere really on his belt for him. I mean, if you move the pack out of the way, you may be able to get him along the spine here. But other than that, there's no real spots for him on him. But other than that, everything seems to fit pretty well on him. I don't have any issues with any of his accessories. All right, so my final thoughts on this figure is I really like this figure. I think he's a great figure. He definitely captures that retro look that they were going for. For the most part, all his joints move very well. The knees were really stiff. I think there was a little bit of stiffness in the arms too. But that's nothing that a little bit of hot water or heat can, fix. All his accessories and weapons fit very well on him. I didn't have any issues with that. So my overall thought is I think he would be a great addition to your G.I. Joe collectibles. So with that being said, I hope you all did like this review. If you did, go ahead and check out my G.I. Joe playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.